Hello everyone! The 3 days of Rapid in St. Louis are over and now we have 2 days of Blitz. The first day of Blitz is also over, today will be the last day of the Blitz event. And here we have a nice game between Shakhryar, Mamedyarov and Vishvanathan Anand from the Blitz section. It's a very nice game. Before we check it out, we do have a photo challenge taken in 1987, so best of luck to everyone. Who is the gentleman on the left? And super extra points if you also know the gentleman on the right. So there we have it, and before we check it out, we do have a couple of photos. Here we have a very nice photo of Mamedyarov, although it's from his game against Karjakin, but nevertheless, a very nice photo. Also a nice photo of Anand here from the St. Louis Rapid and Blitz, and here we have something that we will check out after we check out this game. So Mamedyarov had the white pieces, and he opened with knight to f3, the Reti opening. d5, we have e3, knight to f6, c4, and e6 now. Knight to c3, we have c5, c captures, e captures, and d4 now. And the knight to c6, transposing into the Tarasch defense, the two knights variation. Bishop to b5 by Mamedyarov, c captures on d4, e captures on d4, and bishop to d6, preparing to castle. Bishop to g5, we have bishop to e6, and both players castle. Rook to e1, we have rook to c8, and now knight to e5. And here, a very nice position to, decide what to do here. Here, you can't get rid of the knight on e6. If you capture, then white captures back, you lose a piece here. If you capture with the bishop, it still doesn't help you, d captures. And even if you don't lose a piece here, because you can go h6, but after this, you can then move the knight, or you can simply capture here, and after captures you will get this rook captures on e6, where you have to capture the rook, and then queen g4 will be crushing. King f7, check, you move, check. Knight captures on d5, and black is completely busted here. If you capture with the queen, queen e7 is checkmate, the knight on c6 is pinned, and of course if you capture with the pawn, then rook to e1, check, you have to block, and the queen captures on e7, the same checkmate. So after knight e5, better get rid of this bishop pinning the knight on f6, we have h6, bishop to h4, and now g5, bishop to g3, and now where Anand does have this option of capturing the knight, he decides to go for a different approach. He doesn't want to give up his bishop pair too early. He goes knight to e7, and here he's preparing knight to f5 to attack Mamedyarov's bishop on g3. But this allows Mamedyarov for a wonderful move, really a game changer in this game. He plays knight to d7. It's a wonderful idea because the queen is now no longer guarding the bishop on d6, but also the knight on f6 that is unprotected is attacked. Knight captures on f6 is a threat. Also, knight captures on f8 is a threat. So you have to take care of this knight. Bishop captures was played, and we have bishop captures on d6, winning the piece back. Rook to e8, you don't have time to capture here because you get bishop captures on e7 with an attack on the queen and the rook. So rook to e8 first, and now queen to f3, again attacking the knight here. While you can play something like knight to c6, it's not an easy move to make in a blitz game. For example, bishop captures, rook captures, bishop captures, and here black would actually be okay. White's bishop is under attack, bishop has to move, and now the game continues. White would still have a small advantage, but it's a blitz game. So knight to f5 was played by Anand, and here a very nice move, bishop to e5. And here you have a position where Anand is in a lot of trouble. The knight on f5 is attacked, and also the knight on f6 is attacked. Both of these knights are defended at the moment. But bishop captures on d7 is a threat, which would force the queen to recapture, and then the knight on f6 would no longer be guarded. Also, bishop captures would remove the queen from defending the bishop. So a lot of things to consider here. The best line black could go for is rook captures on c3. And after b captures, capture on b5, then comes captures on f6, captures, and after captures. It seems like you have two pieces for the rook, but that's not really the case, because here Mamedyarov would have this g4 move, and he would win this knight, so it would be a queen and a rook against a queen and a bishop, with most likely a winning game for white, but it would give black the most chances. Here Anand played knight to e4, and this allows Mamedyarov to really finish the game in a beautiful fashion. Bishop captures on d7 was played, queen captures on d7, and now knight captures on d5. And it was in this position on move 20 that Vishvanathan Anand, world rapid chess champion, resigned the game. And former world classical chess champion, of course. But yeah, there's nothing really to do here. This knight is attacked twice, this knight is attacked if you capture here, and there really isn't a better move. For example, if you capture, queen captures here, the knight is attacked twice, there's no good way to defend it. If you move the knight, knight d6, then you get queen to f8, and there is no preventing checkmate on g7. You could give up the exchange here, but it wouldn't help you all that much. The queen will simply gobble up all the pawns here. It's a completely lost position. You cannot capture because of rook captures with check, you lose the queen. So a very nice miniature, 20-move miniature by Shakhryar Mamedyarov. Really, the powerhouse from Biel continues his onslaught here. As you can see, I mentioned we're going to check it out. So these are the combined standings of the Blitz and Rapid section after 3 days of Rapid and 1 day of Blitz. So it's Shakhryar Mamedyarov in first place, tied with Hikaru Nakamura in second with 17 points. Then Caruana, who had an excellent start to the tournament, but that rook blunder against Dominguez really cost him a lot there. Then in fourth, Maxim Vashiola Grav, Levon Aronian, Sergei Karjakin, Linear Dominguez, Alexander Grischuk, Wesley So, and in last place, Vishvanathan Anand. So yeah, that's the game. I do hope you enjoyed it. It's a very short game, but later for today I have game 5 planned of the Fischer Taimanov series, which will be an over 20-minute video. So, now a short one, and then for later you will be able to enjoy more chess. So yeah, as usual, you can check 2 of my previous videos here. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you soon.